and friends who stand beside you all the way. Always there when you need us.
Between the Comets of Kalamazoo Christian for Kalamazoo and forward 6'5" junior 33 Jeremy Veenstra. At forward for the Eagles 6'2" junior 21 Calvin Hughes. The other forward for the Comets 6'5" senior 53 Kevin Bile. At forward for Detroit St. Martin dePorres 6'5" senior 32 Denham Johnson. At center for Kalamazoo Christian 6'4" senior 51 Jason DeCuckoo. For the Eagles at center 6'7" junior 55 Aloysius Anagonye. At guard for the Comets 5'8" senior 21 Paul Kuiper. For dePorres at guard 6'3" senior number 3 David Denham. The other guard for Kalamazoo Christian 5'11" senior 35 Scott VanSlambrouck. And at guard for the Eagles 5'9" junior number 14 Jason Owens. Head coach Kalamazoo Christian is David Wassink. Head coach St. Martin dePorres Derek Owens. Officials for today's game James Shipper, William Dykeman, and Onesphorus Burrell. Alternate is J. Marcatulio.
Center court wearing those traveling dark purple trimmed in the gold, and they will be listed as the visitors on today's scoreboard. The officials for today's game, again, the three-man rotation: James Shipper, Onesphorus Burrell, and William Dykeman.
That second one was a good one, wasn't it?
Thank you. Nice audible.
Well, Eagles will move left to right across your radio dial as we look on in the first half, shooting at the southern hoop. They wear the home gold trimmed in the blue. The Christian Comets from Kalamazoo, the traveling purple trimmed in the gold. And the tip is won by dePorres into the front court. Temune Johnson handles there, baseline left with a spin and fire. No good for Calvin Hughes, who gets the start late out there for dePorres, and he missed that jumper off the dribble. Rebound Kalamazoo Christian. Back to the north hoop go the purple and gold. They work it off the weave. Veenstra baseline right, but as he caught stepping out of bounds along the baseline was Scott VanSlambrouck. It's an early turnover on the opening possession for Kalamazoo Christian. Scoreless opening minute. The winner to get Mason County Central, the Spartans, who defeated Ishpeming earlier this afternoon 56-40 in the other Class C semifinal. Right wing Jason Owens now in the paint, catching's there. Temune Johnson put it up and in, and it's 2-0 Detroit St. Martin dePorres. Back the other way, Kalamazoo Christian catching high post left outside the lane. DeCuckoo on top jumper will not go for VanSlambrouck. Rebound Eagles. dePorres controls the defensive glass. They're up 2-zip. Better than a minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Free throw line there. Johnson could have fired from 14 straight away. No, tipped out. Controlled by Calvin Hughes. Back up. It climbs over the front of the iron. And in. Hughes getting his starting nod this afternoon for fifth-year coach Derek Owens, and he pays dividends at the offensive end. It's 4-0 Eagles. Down low, Veenstra over a double team. Short with his turn and fire from 7 feet away outside the lane. Rebound Calvin Hughes, a presence in the opening minute and a half. Right side on top, short three-pointer for Jason Owens. Rebound pulled down at the defensive end by DeCuckoo. Gives to Veenstra. The All-State forward goes baseline right on the dish to VanSlambrouck. Free throw line extended left, put up there, but it's blocked. The shot, stick back underneath, is in for Jeremy Veenstra after Dikuku got a shot blocked on the left wing. That's why he's done so well back the other way, driving. Missing the lay-in, however, was David Denham, and it's out of bounds over to Kalamazoo Christian. 4-2 Eagles, 5:55 to play in the first.
As Tom mentioned, Calvin Hughes getting the start today in place of number 33, Mark Sturdivant. We don't know if it was an injury or they just decided to go with a different man to start and bring Sturdivant off the bench. We will keep you updated.
He is a key member of this team, Sturdivant, no question. A double team and a strip and a steal. Coming up with a loose ball, Johnson driving and dishing in transition with David Denham. He puts it up and down, and it's 6-2 dePorres after the K Christian turnover, their second of the opening 8 minutes. Paul Kuiper delivers right wing for VanSlambrouck in front of his own bench. Now bounce past Veenstra. Right wing, got a shot blocked beautifully by Johnson. Trying to pick up the loose ball, never could control it. He never did have control of that thing, and it goes out of bounds all the way at the other end near the dePorres bucket. Back to Kalamazoo Christian.
And substitutions off the bench for the Comets. Number 23, David Bartels, a 6'2 junior who had a big game in the districts. Also coming in for David Wasik is number 15, Joel Schrader, one of the first men usually off the bench for the Comets.
Dave Wasik not at all happy with the rotation of his starting five, so he quickly scoots 2 in, and there's Scott VanSlambrouck sliding in the left wing, down low off the glass and in. He's got his first 2 at 6'4", slices the Eagle league in half. 4:50 remaining in the opening quarter. Down low, wide open, a cut there. Missing the lay-in, though, was Denham. Good defense, but there's a stick back up and through for 21, Calvin Hughes. 4 points now in that starting role for Hughes. It's 8-4 Eagles. They've yet to get it down low to Anagonye, but they haven't had to early on. Baseline right, Veenstra got a shot blocked by Anagonye, but it's loose and into the hands of Kevin Bile. Back for VanSlambrouck, top side right, in front of the dePorres bench. Now left wing, in front of press row. Top side right, Veenstra catches just beyond the free throw line, straight away from 18, and kicks off no good. Anagonye, the rebound. Gives off to Termune Johnson, the 6'5 senior. He's a power forward, but he's been handling the ball like a point guard here in the opening 3 and 10. Turn and fire, half hook in the lane, won't go. Stick back, Anagonye off the mark. Fight for the rebound, Anagonye holding the big man of Kalamazoo Christian that time, Bill Weidenauer, and he'll be whistled for the initial foul of this Thursday afternoon.
His first team first substitution for the Eagles. Number 33 will now get our first look at Mark Sturdivant. So just a coach's decision to move him out of the starting 5. He will be the first off the bench. Tom, that's the second time down the floor that the Eagles get a little physical. We saw it coming down when the Comets had the ball 2 plays ago.
This game could be won at the guard spot. So talented, so quick, so athletic, dePorres. They'll run you to death, and it's knocked away out of bounds, double hit. Off Weidenauer last. 3 turnovers in the opening quarter against K Christian. They trail 8-4 with 3:37 left in the opening quarter. At the Breslin Center on the campus of MSU, home of the Spartans, but now it's the home of the Eagles, and what a hit tip off a loop in. Hughes couldn't hit it. Christian boards and brings it back. Pull up right side, VanSlambrouck, from 18. Rebound and the kick out pass beyond midcourt, driving in, a lot of contact against Denham, no call. Knocked out of bounds by K Christian. Derek Owens thought there was contact, but the officials letting them play here in the opening 5 minutes. It'll remain with the Eagles.
Well, they are indeed, and hopefully that's not a tone that is going to be carried on throughout the game. Physical play is there, but it doesn't have to get too out of control.
In the paint, Hughes driving with a left hand straight away, put it up, but contact. 2 shots for Calvin Hughes, the 6'2 junior, coming up from the line. And our initial foul on Kalamazoo Christian comes at the 3:08 mark of the opening quarter.
And it will go against number 33, Jeremy Veenstra, the junior at 6'5", picking up his first. First
attempts from the line this afternoon. for dePorres. Up with the first, the lefty, Calvin Hughes has it in. 9-4. dePorres, their biggest lead here in the opening quarter. It's 5. It can be half a dozen with a second, and it is. Hughes drops both. He has that many. 6 points in the opening quarter. 10-4 dePorres. Left wing driving and putting it back out. Bartels on top again. VanSlambrouck down low on the post, wide now. Baseline right, nothing there. Kicks it back out on top for Joel Schrader. Schrader baseline right. VanSlambrouck pulls up. Two-pointer and rattles in. Scott VanSlambrouck, what a tough shot that was with an eagle hanging in his face. It's 10-6.
We've seen this young man. He is a quick first step towards the hole, and he can elevate higher than that 5'11" frame would indicate.
Full court pressure by Christian. 2-2-1 full court. dePorres breaks it and lost the handle, but they get it back as Anagonye scoops it up. dePorres slows it down now. They call out the play from the bench in the backcourt. Derek Owens, the dePorres grad, left wing. It's a triple and it's through. And that is Mark Sturdivant. The first three-pointer for either team this afternoon. It's 13-6. Back the other way, hierarchy shot partially blocked though. Schrader's attempt, but underneath picking up the garbage, throwing it up and down is Veenstra. He has his third and fourth points for the semifinal and a double team in the front court as the Eagles broke pressure, but a reach-in contact and a K. Christian foul. 1:50 left in the fourth. Eagles lead the Comets 13-8.
And that foul will go against Scott VanSlambrouck, the 5'11" senior. His first, team second against the Comets.
dePorres gets it inbound. K. Christian right now in a 2-3 zone defense. Weak side creeping up a little bit on the top as well to help out. And they are really hustling out there. The purple and gold backdoor pass through the hands of Calvin Hughes from the top side. The pass was a bullet from Tremune Johnson and the second Eagle turnover here this quarter.
And we'll get a substitution for the Comets. Sitting down will be Jeremy Veenstra. In his place, looks like number 53. I can't get a clear look because of the way the numbers on the jerseys are. I think that's Kevin Bile coming back into the lineup.
It is, Mike. They will watch the blows that they give Veenstra this afternoon very carefully. He will not sit much of this ball game. You can bet that, as it was knocked out of bounds into the Eagle bench by a dePorres player. Christian gets it back in from that far sideline. Left side, Gavin Maurer. Okay, Christian not afraid to go to their bench, has it tipped away, but chases it out again, top side left. Kevin Bile now, the dribble spins free throw line, left of the lane now, forces the 12-footer, no, air ball, but it's tipped out on top and controlled by David Bartels. Free throw line extended left, Gavin Maurer. Down low now on the block on the right side, nothing there for Weidenauer. They go baseline right, stick up there, and it's through for 23, David Bartels. He has his first bench points for the Comets, and the lead is back to 3 for dePorres, and there's a tip and a steal. The full court pressure forces a turnover. Left side, Bartels, jumper from 21, could not hit it. Anagonye cleans the glass at the defensive end for dePorres. Down to 25 seconds left, and the Eagles look like they want to string it out and play for one here, up 13-10. And the big guard, the man playing guard right now, although he's listed as the forward, Tremune Johnson, the senior, backing it out. Now with 6, starts to make his move to the hole, count the bucket, and a Kalamazoo Christian foul. That won't at all please the veteran coach of the Comets, Dave Wasink. I mean, he went through the defense like a sieve that time, and he'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Foul will go against number 53, Kevin Bile, the senior picking up just his first, but team third.
3.5 seconds left in the opening quarter. Certainly a chance for the Comets to get it back up and get a shot off. Here it is, the fire, back iron, no good, and an over the back call coming up here. Good position for Kevin Bile and Calvin Hughes on his back to pick up the personal for dePorres.
That'll be Hughes' first, team second against the Eagles.
2.7 left. They'll have to go to the distance. They get it inbounded. Half-court shot, left-handed on the fire. High off the support, no good that time for David Bartels. With the score, Detroit dePorres 15, Kalamazoo Christian 10. We'll be right back. One of your network sponsors is the United Dairy Industry of Michigan.
The following is an advertising message.
This is Todd Grant, live outside the Blue Stag Ranch compound. Authorities believe there are at least 25 men holed up inside. 10 minutes ago, a special agent took a large package into the compound. I've been informed it contains several dozen chocolate chip cookies and a large chocolate layered cake. All right, hold on. We have a development here. We can see several figures coming out of the main building. The standoff is apparently ended.
Gut milk. Brought to you by your local dairy farmer.
The future's looking better and brighter every day. We're neighbors and friends who stand beside you all the way. Always there when you need us. People you can trust. Your family and future are always safe with us.
We're making your future more predictable. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Farm Bureau Insurance.
Through one quarter at the Breslin Center in East Lansing, 15-10, dePorres leading Kalamazoo Christian. And this is WVFN, FN, I should say, AM East Lansing. Tom Duke, Mike Stiles, back with you. As Kalamazoo Christian, I'm sure plenty of things to talk about in that quarter break. They've done well to hang within 5 against a much more athletic bunch of Eagles from dePorres.
A lot more athleticism on the Eagles bench, but they tend to be a little sloppy. We saw the running down the court and some of the bad passes. That's where the Comets have to take advantage. When they see the bad passes, either putting somebody in the way, hopefully drawing a charge, or reaching in and slapping that ball away, or just being in position for a rebound. And I'm sure that's what Dave Wassink was telling his club. You guys have got to keep your head up. Don't try to get in a running match with this team, because we'll get behind by more points than we'll ever be able to make up.
dePorres' last trip to the Final Four, they defeated Lansing Catholic Central 2 years ago, 59-51, on their way to the C title. While Kalamazoo Christian, it was 1984, they defeated Beaverton 69-58, but then lost to Hamilton in the Class C title game. Coach Dave Wassink's alma mater. K Christian basketball to start the second quarter. They trail by 5. Tough defense, a tip, and still loose. Finally chased down by Sturtevant. Turnover against the Comets in the opening possession of the second quarter. Their 4th of this first half. dePorres goes right wing for Termune Johnson. Looking over that defense. K Christian comes out on a man defense here to start the second. In the paint, Anagonye puts it up and in. First 2 points for the big man, the junior. 6'7", 220, and it's 17-10. And it's knocked away out of bounds into the dePorres bench by Johnson. It'll stay with K Christian. Very, very important part of this basketball game right now. K Christian is down 7, and they must work hard to stay with this Eagle team. Driving left of the lane, off balance, put it up short for Veenstra, who's been shut down quite nicely so far. Calvin Hughes with a defensive rebound for the Eagles. Skip pass, cross court at the offensive end, 3-pointer Sturtevant. It's well short. It will go out of bounds over to Kalamazoo Christian. 6:44 remaining in the second, 17-10 Eagles.
Tough defensive rotation that time by the Comets, as they were all caught on the eastern side of the court, and that skip pass over, nobody was there to put a hand in the shooter's face.
Bounce pass, right baseline, putting it up there. Veenstra, no, got his own rebound, came right back to him. Now it's loose on the deck, out of bounds. It'll stay with K Christian. 2 players down to the floor to try to get control of that thing, and it slipped out of there. Will remain Comet basketball. 6.5 to play till the break. Veenstra to trigger, baseline left. Looking, high inbound pass. Leaping up, Paul Kuiper, the starting point guard, brings it back in. Kevin Bile, left wing, now baseline cut off there. Cutting underneath, he finds Veenstra, put it up. Before the shot went, a traveling violation on Veenstra. Drug the pivot foot. Looked like a pretty good call, although the Comet fans will not agree. It's a turnover.
That'll make it the second in this quarter, 5th of the half against the Comets. They've got to cut that down, just like we saw in the first game. Too many turnovers leads to too many points on the other end.
17-10, it remains a 7-point lead for dePorres. Down in the paint, Anagonye, offensive foul. Turnover against dePorres. 3-second violation, rather, against Anagonye, who caught that pass, but he had been parked in there more than the 3-second required, and so he'll get the parking ticket and will go the other way. Knocked away, poked away from behind. Nice work by Johnson. In transition now, dePorres, high dribble Johnson. Little showmanship, put up the scoop, but it's well short. So they force the turnover, but they can't convert at the offensive end. And then walking with a basketball, bobbling the entry pass on the right wing. And then finally grabbed it, but took 2 giant steps. That was Jason DeCuckoo, and the Comets give it back, and Kalamazoo Christian needs a timeout. With the score, dePorres 17, Kalamazoo Christian 10. We'll be right back. One of your network sponsors is Farm Bureau Insurance.
For all your cellular phone, paging, and DSS satellite systems, you only need one source. One Source Communications is your complete service center and has all the accessories you need for your cellular and paging needs. One Source Communications is the official communication source for the Michigan High School Athletic Association. Call Bill Outman of One Source Communications at 1-888-622-3099. For all your cellular and paging needs, you only need one source.
When making a decision on where to stay, don't settle for less. Go with the best. Come join us at the Sheraton Lansing Hotel. We have 219 rooms with amenities like coffee makers, hair dryers, 25-inch TVs with remote, and some rooms with refrigerators. The Sheraton recreational facilities include an indoor pool, whirlpool, racquetball court, and exercise room, all open 24 hours a day. If you're looking for a getaway spot with all the comforts of home, you're looking at the Sheraton, located right off I-496 at Kreitz Road.
17-10, dePorres, uncharacteristic of a Dave Wassink coached team at Kalamazoo Christian. Very, very sloppy. 7 turnovers so far. We still got 5:42 left in the opening half.
You're right, Tom. That has been one of the marks from Dave Wassink in his 22 years at Kalamazoo Christian. The team does not turn the ball over that much. And credit the good athletic ability and the quick hands of dePorres from slapping a lot of those balls away.
Eagle basketball out of the K Christian timeout. Johnson works left wing for David Denham. Denham, the 6'3 senior. Now for Anagonye. Patient out of the timeout. dePorres with that 7-point lead and 5:15, the clock rolling in the second quarter. Denham, left side on top, 2-point shot. Tip controlled by Sturdivant for a moment, then he lost it. That's going to go to K Christian. Never did quite get a handle on there as a K Christian player got a finger or two in to knock it off Sturdivant and out of bounds. Purple and gold, the Comets back at the offensive end. Left side, jumper, 2-pointer, short, well short for Bartels. Stick back, up and in for Veenstra. Well, he just parks himself around the paint area, and that's the 3rd bucket he's gotten off an offensive rebound for his 6 points in 17-12, breaking pressure. dePorres down low, head fake, and then up and in for David Denham. His first 2 of the afternoon. This quarter, he's got 4 in the half, 19-12. dePorres back by 7. 3-pointer, Veenstra, there it is. Veenstra showing his 3-point stroke. He's got 9 first-half points, and the lead is 4 for dePorres, 19-15.
And if you're Coach Derek Owens, you don't want to see that young man doing that for very, very long, because if he gets on a roll from long range, it can be a quick night.
There's Denham again, driving strong, 2 hands off the glass on the left side, down low and in. 21-15, half a dozen the lead for dePorres. Okay, Christian, baseline right, VanSlambrouck, pull up there from 15, short. Fight for the rebound, won by Anagonye. dePorres pushes it up in transition, nice dish. Johnson to Sturdivant, he puts it up and through. He's got 5 off the bench, it's 23-15. 4 straight for dePorres after the Veenstra triple. 3:40 to play in the first half. Right corner, Veenstra lights it up from 3. There it is. It's another triple. Derek Owens knows he's got to get one of his players' hands in Veenstra's face. He was wide open that time. It's 23-18, a 20-second timeout for dePorres. 3:27 left in the half. 23-18. Eagles by 5 over the Comets.
You know, there's a great opportunity for high school seniors to stay involved in interscholastic athletics once their prep playing career is over, and it starts right now. As a registered game official in the Michigan High School Athletic Association's Legacy Program, high school seniors can begin their officiating careers. If you would like more information, contact your local school athletic administrator or the MHSAA office right here in East Lansing.
Coming up at halftime, we'll be joined by Sharon Radke, the Community Relations Director for the City of East Lansing, to talk about the city hosting this event at Michigan State and exactly what it means to the city of East Lansing and the surrounding area. Inbounding out of their 20, dePorres at the south hoop. Both benches across from our broadcast location on the eastern sideline. Got a good look. Left corner, swish, three-pointer. Up and in for Jason Owens, the starting guard. He answers Veenstra out of that 22nd timeout. It's 26-18. Through the hands of Veenstra, out of bounds. Turnover Kalamazoo Christian, who lost the handle there right through the hands that time. Pass was a little high, but he should have had it.
That was the 5th of the second quarter and 8th of the half against the Comets. They've got to stop turning the ball over.
Dave Wasink standing up in front of his own bench. There's a tip and a steal. Joel Schrader took Jason Owens' entry pass away. Owens knows that was not good, but Sturdivant tried to steal, nearly did, but he tried to save it from going along the near sideline, but it's out of bounds before he can get there in time, but he did get the initial hand in there to knock it free. Veenstra to trigger along this near west sideline. Gets it in for VanSlambrouck. Scott VanSlambrouck, the 5'11 senior, tries to go right wing to Kuiper, but it's knocked away out of bounds into the Eagle bench. Good quick hands down there by David Denham.
The short passes have got to work here. You can't go the long cross-court things. This is too fast of a team that the Eagles put on the floor.
Right hash, now coming top of the key. Veenstra threw it past everybody, but it was deflected by Sturdivant. It'll stay with K Christian. They'll inbound along the sideline near the corner. 2:20 left in the half. Eagles by 8 over K Christian, 26-18. Free throw line extended left, Veenstra. Free throw line deliver there, VanSlambrouck for 3, front iron, no good. Nobody wanted to go for the rebound, so little Jason Owens, the 5'9 junior guard, sneaks in the paint to grab it. Back the other way, Johnson driving, stoned down there by Veenstra, but the loose ball into the hands of Tremune Johnson, who got it back, laid it up and in. His first 2 of the second quarter give him 6 in the half. It's a 10-point dePorres lead. Don't look now, it's double figures. Wide open, Veenstra spotting Joel Schrader wide open underneath the hole on the left side. He puts it up and in. Full court pressure again. Here it comes from the Comets. 2-2-1 full court. 28-20, they trail by 8. 95 seconds left in the first half. Right corner, Denham. Skip pass, cross court. Jason Owens rather, missed the three-point attempt. Tip, rebound controlled by Johnson. He puts it up left elbow. That's short from 14. Rebound controlled by Veenstra. Up that near sideline. Driving, putting it up. Help the basket for VanSlambrouck with a running finger roll. And we've got a Detroit dePorres foul. The lead has been cut to 6, and VanSlambrouck to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Third team foul against the Eagles, and it looks like the personal, it will go against number 33, Mark Sturdivant. That is his first. A lot of the Eagles fans thought that VanSlambrouck had went out on the eastern sideline as he brought the ball up the court. The official right there in position said, nope, clean shot into the basket.
That was, as they say in broadcasting terms, a prayer. And it got answered for VanSlambrouck. Free throw is short, though. Rebound Johnson. He'll slowly bring it across the timeline for the Eagles. Down to 65 seconds left in the half. Anagonye, no, with his baseline left drive and a tip-up two-hander in midair, yes. Anagonye, 4 all this quarter. It's 30-22. It ends a 4-0 K Christian run. Left corner, VanSlambrouck for 3. Short, off front iron. Long rebound, though, into the hands of Schrader. Down low in the paint. And Getting his shot blocked down there was Gavin Maurer. Like Anagonye that got the right hand up to deflect it. Down to 30 seconds left in the half. dePorres looks like they want to play for one. K. Christian and a man defense aren't threatening as Jason Owens dribbles out near the mid-court circle in that big orange basketball and the Michigan State logo. Down to 15 left, and it's ticking in the second. And now inside 10 seconds. Owens will have to make a move. He delivers a pass, left side for Johnson. Termune driving, lowered his shoulder a little bit, finds Anagonye for the jam with a split second left. Great work there and clock awareness by dePorres, and they go up 10 at the break, 32-22 over Kalamazoo Christian. This is the MHSAA Championship Network.
If you're in the market for a new car, you just gotta see your Buick dealer. The new Buicks are simply amazing, and the awards are piling up. The Buick dealers announce 1.9% GMAC APR financing on every new
For everyone's health and safety, there is no smoking in the Jack Breslin Student Event Center. Your teamwork, cooperation is very much appreciated. Thank you. Don't forget.
dePorres or Kalamazoo Christian, should they make a comeback here in the second half, that is going to be a very good game, because I think that team that we saw in the first game today, the Spartans, can match up with just about anybody that you put on the court against them. They do so many of the small intangible parts of basketball very, very well, rebounding, boxing out, tipping balls away, that it's going to be a great game no matter who they face.
The original starting crew back in for both squads to start the third quarter. 32-22. dePorres, the basketball, and up 10, shooting at the north bucket here in the second half. Working it around against a 2-3 zone defense from Kalamazoo Christian. Down low, trying to feed Anagonye, but a tip and a steal as Veenstra comes up with it. Jump stop into the front court, left side, a turnover, stepping along the sideline. That's not the way Dave Wasink wanted his troops to start the second half, as he just buries his head into that left hand on the bench.
A little surprised that Veenstra, being a very good ball handler for a big man, didn't bring the ball up a little bit farther himself before passing it off and getting an offensive scheme set up.
Opening minute, third quarter, David Denham. Right baseline, Termune Johnson, near steal, free throw line. Leaner, in and out, no good. Tip up. Anagonye, Veenstra finally rips down the board for K. Christian. Junior, power forward, brings it up. Right baseline, VanSlambrouck pulls up from 17, short. Anagonye the board, up the near side for Jason Owens. Cross court pass in front of his bench. Johnson in the paint, Anagonye, high stepping, blocked by Veenstra, contact, and a K. Christian foul. Got a lot of basketball, but also a piece of Anagonye. And the 6'7" junior, 220-pounder to the line for two shots.
Veenstra, his second and team first. And this will be the first free throw attempt for Anagonye. The team as a whole, St. Martin dePorres, 2 of 2, those coming in the first quarter from Calvin Hughes. The Comets 0 for 1 through the first half from the free throw line.
First one up, back iron, no good. Waiting for a score here in the third quarter. Both teams have been shut out. Anagonye will end the drought with a second. Splits the pair, a minute 2 seconds into the third quarter. 33-22. Double ones the lead for the Eagles. Looking to win the title again. They did it in 1996. They defeated last year's champion, Redford Bishop Borges, in the regional championship game last week on their March Magic run. Free throw line, losing the handle, but getting it off to VanSlambrouck. Back iron, right wing with a jumper, no good. Rebound dePorres, Calvin Hughes driving. Contact. They're going to call VanSlambrouck for sticking his leg out, bodying the ball carrier. with 6:25 remaining in the quarter.
That'll be the second against the senior VanSlambrouck, and team second here in the third quarter.
Eagles will inbound down below along the near side. Tremune Johnson to pull the trigger. The 6'5 senior got it in for Owens. Top of the circle on the dribble against that 2-3 zone of K Christian. Skip pass, cross court. Tremune Johnson catches. Come on, extended ref. Now moves to the hole. Right side, Owens launches. Three-pointer, short. Off the front iron, Anagonye or Hughes over the back. Wait for the call. It's Anagonye.
That'll be his second and the initial Eagle foul here in the third quarter. We'll march it the other way. Nope, it'll be an inbound.
6:05 and the clock rolled into the third quarter. 33-22. dePorres over Kalamazoo Christian, looking for their first points of the quarter. Driving underneath, scoop on the reverse. No good for Bartels. But an offensive rebound, contact, and a dePorres foul coming up against Tremune Johnson.
Johnson's first, team second. Slap of the arm as Veenstra grabbed the offensive rebound, was going back up for a bunny. And just trying to go for the ball, caught a lot of forearm as well.
Veenstra, his first time at the line today. It's up and in. With the first, he has another one coming. First free throw make for Kalamazoo Christian. They're now 1 of 2 from the line in the ball game. Second one, yes. Nice touch. Got some help from the iron. He hits both. It's 33-24. K Christian 2-2-1. Three-quarter court pressure here. And it's loose. dePorres won't have any trouble getting across the timeline, or will they? Finally, Anagonye catches in the front court. Driving down. And I tell you what, Veenstra just said to Calvin Hughes in no uncertain terms to get that thing out of here, and he swats it away out of bounds.
You wouldn't think that Veenstra could do that with a lot of authority. He's 6'4", but he only weighs about 185, 190 pounds. But he gets up there, and he just has so much force, and that big whip arm comes up.
High stepping in the lane, off the mark for Johnson. Stick back, two-hander, Dave Denham. His first 2 of the second half. Lead is back to 11 for the Eagles. 35-24, 5:20 remaining in this third quarter. Left elbow, Tikuku having trouble. Finding a wide open 23, David Bartels down low, and Dave puts it up and in. 35-26. Here comes the trap again. 1-1-2-1 now is what K Christian has deployed. Eagles break it. On top. Tremune Johnson catches there. Against the zone, left corner, delivers a dish to David Denham. On top for Johnson again, left of the lane. Reach-in call coming up here on Scott VanSlambrouck. That's his third.
And the team's third as well. We'll see if Dave Wansink will bring a substitution in, and he'll march down towards his bench and has a man that looks to be number 55, excuse me.
Mike Hughes caught the inbound pass and then quickly turns it over. He walked with the basketball.
My mistake, that's Kevin Bile having a hard time picking up the numbers. The 6'5 senior back into the Kalamazoo Christian lineup.
Especially on the front side. That gold is not solid. It's just outlined in the purple background. A little bit difficult. Veenstra catches, spins on the low block right. A lot of contact, no call. Lost control. Bile had it knocked away. A save by dePorres. Bile gets it. Left corner for 3 short. Offensive board wide open and a stick back for David Bartels. Bartels with 4 quick ones off the bench, and it's 35-28. And dePorres loses it along the near sideline. Terrible pass there from David Denham. He was looking up the near side for Calvin Hughes, and now the Kalamazoo Christian fans in attendance rise as one, trying to fire their team up.
And they take up a good share of this gymnasium down along that bottom level.
Veenstra 3 topside right short, should have followed his shot. It came right back way, and Hughes catches. And then in midair, Owens, too strong, but David Denham follows. Denham double figures now in the afternoon with 10 for this half. 37-28 inside 4 minutes. And Johnson nearly steals at midcourt, but his momentum carried him out of bounds, and you can't come back in to regain possession, and that's what he tried to do. And we'll get a substitution each way.
Coming in for the dePorres Eagles, number 33, Mark Sturtevant, who had 5 first half points. And for the Kalamazoo Christian Comets, giving a rest to number 51, Jason Tikuku. will be number 55, Bill Widener, a 6'5" senior.
Jason Owens gets a blow for Derek Owens' Eagles. Posting outside the lane, left side contact. Veenstra kicks it out, three-pointer, back iron, no good for Bartels. Fight for the rebound, won by Sturtevant. Chases it down, baseline at the defensive end, kept his balance, and now he'll dribble up. 3.5 to play in the third, 37-28, Detroit dePorres. The Eagles by 9, and with it. And now Derek Owens wants things slowed down a little bit here.
You would think, Tom, with the Comets having some problems inside, they would send some more guys in there to try to get some of the big men like Anagonye and Denham into some foul trouble, but they're really not doing that with any authority.
Spin move down low. Hughes missed it. Looked like it was down, but it spun off, and then Christian had defensive rebounding position, and we've got a Eagle on the back, and it's Anagonye.
Well, as soon as I say that, the junior just picked up his third and team third.
3:08 left in the third. Kalamazoo Christian still within striking distance. They trail by 9. The deficit has been as many as 11 this half. Veenstra double teamed right of the lane. Baseline. Wide now, nothing there. Baseline left, pull up, yes. Bartels again. Hits the jumper from 15, and it's 37-30. Inadvertent horn there, and play will remain on the court. Driving in, a left-hander. That time Hughes got it to drop. Calvin Hughes, his first points since the opening quarter. He's got 8. 39-30 dePorres. And throwing it away, Bartels looked for contact, no call. Christian turnover with 2:21 left in the third stanza.
Substitutions again each way. First for the Eagles, number 14, Jason Owens, back into the lineup for the Comets, number 15, Joel Schrader.
dePorres in the form of Jason Owens taking their time dribbling into the front court. Mark Sturtevant. Now it's Hughes with a handle. Top side left, Sturtevant. Denham, 3-guard rotation right now for St. Martin dePorres. Hughes looking to loop down low, a triple team down there as Johnson catches. Bodied from the side and behind. It could be any one of 3 Christian players to get the personal called.
David Bartels will get it, the junior, his first, team fourth.
Minute 51 is dePorres inbounds, baseline left, Johnson in for Sturtevant. Now for Hughes, off his leg and out of bounds, into the hands of Veenstra, and then back ahead, laying it up and in. Bartels, he was the one that started that turnover at the other end, and by getting a hand in there, knocked it off Hughes' knee and into the hands of Veenstra.
He scored the last 8 Comet points and have brought them back 39-32.
Minute and a half left in the quarter, pulling up Hughes in the paint. It's an air ball. Offensive board. One try for Denham, got his own rebound. Another attempt. A push and a Kalamazoo Christian foul? Yes. He pointed the other direction to the official. The foul is on Kalamazoo Christian. It's Bill Widener to get his first.
And team fifth, a substitution for the Comets. Out will come number 53, Kevin Bile. In his place, number, I can't see what number that is.
Like,
if that's
15, Joel Schrader. Gavin Maurer also in, Mike.
Having trouble, as you said, picking up those numbers from up here at our vantage point. You can't see them when they face you. Turn them around, they're a little bit bigger.
Hitting both free throws is David Denham after some great work on the offensive glass. Christian can't hit at the other end. Lose control, back the other way. Eagles up 9 and with it 41-32. Inside 70 seconds left in this third quarter from the Breslin Center. Michigan State University. 2 Class D semifinals tonight. And a very displeased Derek Owens wants a 20-second timeout That's the final 20 this afternoon for the Eagles, who lead 41-32 late in the third.
We know school sports are a privilege for those who conduct themselves responsibly, and that goes beyond the playing surface. Meeting essential rules of eligibility and academic standards are necessary if a young person is to earn a shot at making the team. That's why high school sports are a privilege to play.
57 seconds left in the third quarter. Kalamazoo Christian trailed by 5 after the opening 8 minutes, by 10 at halftime. A couple of runs here in the third, but not enough to say they've gotten over the hump at this point, as dePorres has it and they lead by 9 and are threatening to go up double figures before the third quarter comes to an end. Jason Owens. Sturdivant now. Free throw line extended left. Dave Denham for Hughes. Calvin Hughes, the 6'2 junior. Right hash in front of his own bench. Termune Johnson. Now it's Owens between the rings on top. They milk this clock. 30 seconds. High dribble, losing control. Hughes out of bounds, but it's off Kalamazoo Christian. Dave Wasink and the K Christian bench, not so sure they agreed with that call. It's been made.
Well, it was a close call down low, Tom, and the down official made the call later. It looked like there was a carry down there by the Eagles guard.
You're right. They may have been arguing about that more so than the who touched that last. Down to 20 seconds and inside it now to play in this third quarter. dePorres to play for one shot. Kalamazoo Christian not at all ready to come out of that zone defense. They've added some height to the front line out there, though. Denham forces long range three, missed it, back iron. K Christian rebounds. But we've ended the third quarter with the score. Detroit St. Martin dePorres 41, Kalamazoo Christian 32. We'll be right back. One of your network sponsors is the United Dairy Industry of Michigan.
The following is an advertising message.
This is Todd Grant, live outside the Blue Stag Ranch compound. Authorities believe there are at least 25 men holed up inside. 10 minutes ago, a special agent took a large package into the compound. I've been informed it contains several dozen chocolate chip cookies and a large chocolate layered cake. All right, hold on. We have a development here. We can see several figures coming out of the main building. The standoff is apparently ended.
Got milk? Brought to you by your local dairy farmer.
The future's looking better and brighter every day. We're neighbors and friends who stand beside you all the way. Always there when you need us. People you can trust. Your family and future are always safe with us.
We're making your future more predictable. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Farm Bureau Insurance.
Eight more minutes of basketball to decide who will join Scottville, Mason County Central in the Class C semifinal, or rather a championship game, coming up at noon on Saturday.
And this is still a wide open ball game, Tom. Even though the Eagles have led since the onset of this game, Kalamazoo Christian has made some opportunities at times for good runs. Unfortunately, the turnover bug that bit them in the first half, having some part here, but it's just been bad passing, and it's been the Eagles' defense that's been stopping them and out-rebounding them. They won that quarter 10-6.
But you're right. You get the sense that the Comets are just kind of hanging around there, and if they should get a spurt and they could get their crowd into it here in the fourth quarter, they could make a run and challenge for a spot in that C title game Saturday.
You used the term hanging around. I looked down at the bench a couple of times. I saw Coach Dave Watson just kind of sitting there calm, realizing that if he can keep this game within 8 to 10 points, fourth quarter comes along and his team can make a very serious run.
Having said that, Kalamazoo Christian certainly doesn't want to wait too long here in the fourth quarter. The final 8 minutes of regulation, it's Comet basketball. They inbound. Paul Kuiper back in, the starting point guard. He handles topside right. Right wing, Kevin Bile against a man-to-man defense. Down low, Veenstra double team, kicks it off, baseline left, in and out, back in for VanSlambrouck. Assist to Jeremy Veenstra, 41-34. dePorres breaks pressure in the paint, straight away from 10, and it's up and through for Dave Denham. He's having a big ball game offensively for dePorres. 43-34, the Eagles are back by 9. Off a screen, Kuiper pulls up right wing, on top, VanSlambrouck open, one step in for 3, back leg through. Scott VanSlambrouck, 5 quick ones to start the 4th. It's a 6-point game, 43-37, dePorres. They bring it into the front court, and there's a double hit. VanSlambrouck knocked it off the leg of Jason Owens. A turnover, first in the 4th quarter, 5th in the half for dePorres. And Derek Owens wants a full timeout with the score. dePorres 43, Kalamazoo Christian 37. We'll be right back. One of your network sponsors is Farm Bureau Insurance.
The future's looking better and brighter every day. Bring neighbors and friends who stand beside you all the way. Always there when you need us. People you can trust. Your family and future. Always stay with us. We're making your future more predictable. Farm Bureau Insurance. Farm Bureau Insurance.
All right. Give us a dozen old fashions, some 2 large milks. Here we come.
Here you go, that's $3.52.
Here you go. Hit the next sweet.
Hi, welcome to Donut Drive-Thru.
You forgot the milk.
I hear you.
Gut Milk, brought to you by your local dairy farmer.
7 minutes and a single second to play in the 4th quarter of this Class C Final Four game in 1998, and we talked about it there between quarters. Mike Stiles, here they are. The Comets on a little bit of a run. They've cut the lead to 6.
They have done an outstanding job the last 3 minutes of the 3rd quarter, and here the 59 seconds we played of the 4th, and realize that was a big timeout that was taken by Derek Owens. He's got 2 fulls left. Dave Wozniak hasn't called one since the 1st quarter, so he's got 2 fulls, 2 20s in case the game gets closer, and he needs to take a timeout to talk to his team.
Remember, this is a dePorres team that defeated Class B Detroit Country Day earlier this year, 72-61. They can play some basketball, and they remain up 6. Working a weave on top. Veenstra, left side, VanSlambrouck, one-handed, got the handle on that thing. It was tipped. He controlled it. Free throw line, dish. 51, Dikuku, the starting center. Left wing, Kevin Bile against a tenacious man-to-man. dePorres helping out, a tip, and it's knocked into the backcourt. Chased down, but it's stolen from behind. Driving, laying it up over the top of the iron and in. Who got the bucket? Tremune Johnson, yes. And the steal. Turnover, Cape Christian, 45-37. Trying to feed Dikuku down low, but stepping into steal, Anagonye. Back the other way, Johnson. A reach-in from behind. I believe they've got Paul Kuiper. Kalamazoo Christian. Fisher goes to the scorer's table. No. Another call, but it's a foul on Kalamazoo Christian.
Jeremy Veenstra picking up his 3rd and should be team 6th. 1 more, and the Eagles will shoot the 1-and-1 situation for the remainder of the 4th.
Kevin Bile out. Re-entering is David Bartels. No man in the low left position on that zone defense. dePorres spreading it out here. Inside 6 minutes to play in the game. They're up 8, 45-37. Smart move by Derek Owens and company on that bench. And then they get the entry pass down low. David Denham catches, reverse, lays it up and in. 10-point game just like that, 47-37. Veenstra spinning in the lane, put it up, back iron, no good. Tip got his own rebound. Right side, back out on top. They'll reset the offense. Paul Kuiper. Veenstra between his legs, free throw line. Cut off there. Left corner, VanSlambrouck. 3-pointer, rattles out, no good. Fight for the rebound. Won nicely by Jason Dikuku. Puts it back up and in, his first points this afternoon. And the Comets needed them. It's 47-39 dePorres. Double team. Near steal. Eagles remain in control. Denham catches. Long cross-court pass, left side. Back out on top, Tremune Johnson. 5 minutes and counting to play in the fourth. Right side in front of his own bench. Johnson keeps the dribble alive, goes free throw line. Got caught in midair, delivers it to Anagonye. His flip up behind his back won't go. Loose ball comes out on top to Kuiper. Leads a 2-on-2, now he'll backpedal. Right corner, VanSlambrouck thought about the three, but he had Sturdivant looking in his face. Wide open baseline right, putting it up and in. Jason DeCoucou. The big center had been held silent, but now he's got 4 straight, and it's back to a 6-point game. 47-41, Detroit, St. Martin dePorres. And a double team, a near steal. Baseline left, Denham got pushed, fouled. He'll get 2 from the line, he missed the shot. DeCoucou whistled for the violation, only his first foul of the afternoon.
His first and team 7th against the Comets. Close double team down here for a turnover against the Eagles. Unfortunately, the ball carrier, who was huge, is able to fight right through and get the pass off.
Let's set it for you now. 4 minutes, 17 seconds to play. Fourth quarter. Detroit St. Martin dePorres 47. Kalamazoo Christian's Comets 41. At the line, David Denham. First one up, back iron, no good. We have not seen a whole lot of free throw shooting yet in the 2 games that we've seen so far, nearly 2 games.
Not including that shot heading into the fourth quarter. The Eagles were 5 of 6 from the line, and the Comets of Kalamazoo Christian 2 of 3.
Second one goes. It's a 1-point trip for dePorres. They're up 7, 48-41, 4:10. And ticking in the fourth. Paul Kuiper picks up the dribble. Topside left, needs some help. Finds Bartels. Head fake left, goes right. Now he has to try to save it, but he flings it back behind him along the baseline, goes sailing out on the runway at the south end. A tough turnover for K Christian, but they have just committed it.
Their 3rd of this quarter, 5th of the half.
Halfway through this final stanza of regulation anyway. In the backcourt, Johnson. Feeding Hughes, lays it up and in with the left hand. Good look there from Johnson. K Christian not back defensively to defend that time. 50-41. The lead is 9 for dePorres. K Christian just can't get over that hill this afternoon, and there's away from the ball, a push and a foul on Jeremy Veenstra. That is his 4th personal. And Dave Wasink is signaling that he wants a 20-second timeout with 3:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Detroit St. Martin dePorres 50, Kalamazoo Christian 41.
The game balls that are used for the 1998 MHSAA Boys Basketball Finals are being provided by Wilson Sporting Goods, which is also providing commemorative autographed balls to the 8 teams participating in Saturday's finals. The MHSAA thanks Wilson for its contribution to interscholastic athletics.
A 3-zip run by dePorres after K Christian for the 2nd time this quarter had cut the lead to 6. And now they'll be at the line coming out of this 20-second timeout called by the purple and gold from Kalamazoo Christian.
Just as we said, Tom, we thought this was going to be a good fourth quarter, and it has been. But the Comets just having difficulty getting past that hump. They get close, and then the Eagles just turn it on again and blow it out to a 10-point lead.
Termune Johnson, 6'5", 210, senior forward. Quite a football player for the Eagles during the fall as well. Spins, dribbles once more. Eyes that iron at the north end here at the Breslin Center. Throws it up and in. He gets the bonus. Substitution, Gavin Maurer, the 6'1" junior in, will spell Jason DeCoucou, the 6'4" senior.
DeCoucou held silent until just a couple of minutes ago, getting his first points of the afternoon here in the fourth quarter.
Here's the second. Johnson takes a lot of time, studies that rim, puts it up and in. And the lead is 11, 52-41 for dePorres. Kalamazoo Christian running out of time and opportunity here. Left side, VanSlambrouck bounces left wing for VanSlambrouck, or rather Veenstra with those 4 personals. Out on top, VanSlambrouck forces a 3 short. Offensive board, Veenstra powers his way back in, off the glass, over Johnson and in.
Well, for Jeremy Veenstra, you've got the 4 personals, and you figure you can't have anything to lose. You might as well give it your all and still be aggressive out there.
Knock away, a near steal, a good hustle for Gavin Maurer. That's what Dave Wasink needs from his team right now. But it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Eagles. 3:09 left in this one. 52-43. dePorres, they'll lead the basketball. Give and go out of the inbound. Johnson strong to the hoop. Contact. Looks like a Gavin Maurer foul. If it's Veenstra, he's done. It will not be. It'll be a call against Gavin Maurer of the Comets.
Maurer getting just his first, but it is the team 9th, so the double bonus situation close to being in effect here.
What a great season it's been for Kalamazoo Christian. It is in danger here in the next few minutes of coming to an end. 1 step away from a state championship berth in Class C. First one up and in. For Johnson. He's hit 3 straight from the line now. The lead is back to 10, 53-43. To dePorres' credit, they have given up a couple runs, but they have just not let Kalamazoo Christian get within breathing distance of taking the lead, that's for sure. Second one for Termune Johnson goes. 4 straight from the line for the kid. And it's 54-43. dePorres back by 11. Veenstra topside right, 3-pointer short. Rebound, fight for it. Denham had it, got away from him, got it back. Way down court, Anagonye, a little cherry put, and the slam with 2 hands. 56-43, 2:40 left in this one. Looking more and more like we could see a Mason County Central dePorres final. Kuiper for 3, no, stick back, left baseline with a fade from 8. Yes. For Bartels, who's had a big game off the bench. A 20-second timeout, Kalamazoo Christian their last. 2:33 left in the 4th. dePorres 56, Kalamazoo Christian 45.
If you want to keep up with the MHSAA tournaments, go to the net. Complete statistics of all games at this weekend's finals can be found on the internet at the MHSAA's website. You can also listen to today's finals online by hitting the hot link to Michigan Live. Check it out at www.mhsaa.com.
And a little past the 4 o'clock hour, so we'll tell you this is WVFN AM East Lansing. The second game of the 2C semifinals. Mason County Central, the team from Scottville, up just off Lake Michigan in the middle part of the Lower Peninsula, defeating Ishpeming, who came down from the UP, and it's a long trip back for their fans. Mason County Central won by 16 earlier this afternoon, 56-40. And a reach-in off the inbound and a quick foul on Kalamazoo Christian to stop the clock. Looks like Paul Kuiper whistled for his first.
Kuiper's first, but it is the team 10th. So it's a double bonus situation for the next 2:33 of the contest when the Eagles step to the line.
Veenstra and Bartels back in. Widenar and Schrader take a seat in quickly. Dave Wasink using some of his other bodies on the bench to stop the clock with a foul, and he didn't want it to be his big guys. First free throw short off the front iron, no good for Sturtevant. Second one, back iron, no good. Rebound comes long and it's grabbed by Bartels. Eagles can't convert on either end. Back the other way quickly, 2:25 left. Near steal, Kuiper gets it back. Veenstra launches a 3, bottoms out. Jeremy Veenstra triples, 2:19 left, and a K Christian timeout. This is a full timeout. With the score, dePorres 56 and K Christian 48. We'll be right back. One of your network sponsors is Farm Bureau Insurance.
This is Grant Hill, the Detroit Pistons. Yelling or waving during an opponent's free throw attempts, as well as booing or heckling any official's decisions, are examples of unacceptable behavior at a high school sporting event. While attending a high school contest, remember to applaud for the performance for all participants. The Detroit Pistons and your high school remind you that good sports are winners.
This message brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and this station.
Many parents, while watching a sporting event with their child, are quick to point out why a play turned out the way it did, to teach them something about the game. But too many times, nothing is said about examples of outstanding or poor behavior on the playing surface. Parents, what are you teaching your kids about sportsmanship? Good sports are winners because they know that sportsmanship begins at home. This has been a public service message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association and this station.
A quick three, a quick timeout for Kalamazoo Christian. Down 8, 56-48. They have one full timeout remaining.
While the Comets have pulled it back in, they're only down by 8. 2:19 to go. It's not impossible for them to tie this game up and possibly get a win in regulation. Is it improbable? We'll leave that to the imagination.
dePorres pushes it up. They cross the timeline. There was a walk, no call. Jermaine Johnson just got away with a huge step there. No good down low for Hughes, but it's sitting back up and in for Anagonye. No call there. VanSlambrouck back on top right side for a triple. Scott VanSlambrouck, a Christian fighting back. They'll use their final timeout. 1:57 left. And with the score, it's dePorres 58 and Cape Christian 51. This is the MHSAA Championship Network on WVFN.
If you're in the market for a new car, you just gotta see your Buick dealer. The new Buicks are simply amazing, and the awards are piling up. The Buick dealers announce 1.9% GMAC APR financing on every new 98 Buick. Save on the all-new Century, winner of the coveted Consumers Digest Best Buy Award. Or be part of history as LeSabre goes for an unprecedented 7th straight year as America's best-selling full-size car. How about the one-of-a-kind Riviera? It's more than just great looking. In fact, Popular Mechanics calls Riviera one of the greatest values on the planet. And with 1.9 financing, it's an even better value. But only through March 31st. Go see your local Buick dealer today for all the details. We get the awards, and you get the rewards.
Along with engineer Jeff Hager, Tom Duke, and Mike Stiles, back at the Jack Breslin Student Events Center, day one of the three-day madness in March, the Final Four, and the Kalamazoo Christian fans giving their team a standing ovation as they come back out of their final timeout. dePorres still has 2 full timeouts remaining.
We'll see just what they can do here in the next minute and 57 seconds. They've cut it to 7. They need some big defensive plays right now.
Full court pressure and a foul as Denham was hit quickly by Joel Schrader. We'll go the other way for 2 shots with 1:56 remaining. If dePorres can make some noise from the charity stripe, they're into the Class C championship game Saturday. That's all there is to it.
And so far, that has been a good point for them, Tom. 5 of 6 going into the 4th quarter. And they are now 5 of 8 in the 4th alone.
2 Class D semis coming up tonight. Look out for Southgate Aquinas. They will be a team that will have to be reckoned with. The big-time favorite in the tournament since practice began back in November. And the first one is up and in for David Denham. He's got another one coming automatically here over the limit of 10. Double bonus time the rest of the way for the Eagles. 59-51. 1:56 left. The second, yes. Denham may not be the man that Cape Christian wants to follow. Kuiper into the front court on the dribble. Spins, top of the circle, gives off to Veenstra. Head fake. Needs some help. Kuiper works on the weave. Bounce pass. VanSlambrouck back for Kuiper. Someone's got to put one up here. Veenstra goes right corner. A leaner. A little bit strong. Anagonye tries to outlet after the rebound. Kuiper steals through the hands of 2 Christian players, but it's chased down by Schrader. He puts it up left corner. No. Offensive board for Kuiper, and a quick pass underneath to Veenstra, who puts it up and in. 60-53 in the backcourt, a whistle and a foul. Kuiper again utilizing what he has to offer as far as the foul column is concerned. And it's the big man, Aloysius Anagonye, who's going to walk the other way for 2 shots.
The only bad part about that whole scenario just a minute ago, Tom, was too much time ticked off the clock before the Comets could get a bucket in. Stop the clock again with another foul like they just did.
A minute 18 is what we have on the scoreboard here at the Breslin Center. Home of the 1997-98 Big Ten regular season champions. And the first free throw up and in for Anagonye. Tom Izzo couldn't have been very pleased with the outcome of that first game. Correct, Ishpamine went down. His high school team as Anagonye hits both. 62-53. Driving in and getting a shot blocked was Kuiper. Iron Mountain, the school, correcting that. It's close.
And his teammate and classmate was who?
The San Francisco head coach this year, the 49er coach. Left wing, up, back iron, no good for Joel Schrader. And fight for the rebound. It's a foul coming up here on dePorres with 1:07 seconds left.
Fourth team foul on the Eagles and the second on Teramon Johnson.
Veenstra to inbound. No shots here for Cape Christian. Getting in down low. Open VanSlambrouck missed the layup. But then he fights and steals the rebound back. Tries to force up, a lot of contact, no call. Veenstra got the loose ball underneath. Double team. Finally, contact and a foul coming up on Teramon Johnson. Still, Cape Christian won't see bonus here. They trail 62-53, 57 and 6/10 seconds left in the fourth. They need to hurry it up here. Veenstra to trigger, baseline left. Looking, continues to do so. Got it in, Bartels for 3, yes! Dave Bartels, 2-pointer, 1 foot on the line now, the official's correct. And a whistle, a quick foul again, 49.5 ticks left in the fourth. 2 shots at the other end for dePorres.
Number 23, Dave Bartels, the man who just made the basket, picking up his second. We march the other way for 2 shots.
As Bartels really had a big game off the bench. 12 points this half, 14 in the game. Only Veenstra can better that mark for the Comets. Veenstra had 10 in the first half, and he has 9 more here in the second for a team-high 19.
Substitution for the Comets, number 31, Kurt Lee, a 6'2 senior, getting into some action while Joel Schrader sits down.
Here's the first. That's in. dePorres helping himself from the line. And the lead is back to 8. As they start to think perhaps about a trip back to the finals where they were 2 years ago when they won the C Crown. Back in, yes. David Denham, what a ball game that kid has had. 64-55. Veenstra between his legs on top. Now it's kicked out of bounds by Sturdivant. It'll stay with a purple and gold from Cape Christian. 43.4 remaining. They inbound for the sideline. Veenstra launches the 3. Air ball off the back side of the window. Weak side rebound. Hughes corralled it, and then he got nailed in the backcourt. We'll go the other way again for 2 shots. And that just might have put the nail in the coffin for the Cape Christian fans. 34.3 remaining. The other way for 2 shots after another Cape Christian foul.
Kirtley picking up his first. And stepping to the line is Mr. Hughes, who is 2 of 2. Those first opportunities coming midway through the first quarter.
Dave Wassink continues to go to his bench here. Standing ovation abound for some of the Kalamazoo Christian regulars.
John Vanderplas, a 6'6 junior. He'll be a cornerstone next year checking in, as is number 11, Brian Alfenar, a 5'10 junior.
It'll be a Mason County Central Detroit dePorres championship game Saturday at noon as the first free throw up and in for Hughes. Calvin Hughes, in a rare starting role this afternoon, has come up with 5 second-half points to go along with 6 in the opening 16 minutes. Double figures with 11.
2 more substitutions in. That looks like it's number 13. It is Paul Roach, a 5'11 sophomore for the Comets. And also getting action in a 6'1 junior, Mike Hollander. So don't think the Comets, because they've lost this game, are going to be on a downside next year. They're getting so many of these young men back, and a lot of the talent from that very, very good junior varsity program as well.
So is dePorres. You look at most of their regulars tonight. Owens, Sturdivant, Anagonye. Air ball, the second one, Hughes. It hit the net, but it didn't go through the cylinder. Out of bounds over to Kate Christian. With 34.3 left. Some of the reserves now for Kate Christian, a chance to put their mark on a state semifinal game in 1998. Left side, three-pointer, won't go. Offensive rebound, however, for Alfenar, the junior. Right baseline, short for Paul Roach. Tip up, will not go for Vanderplas. Fight for the rebound. Alfenar gets it, flings it up. It's an air ball, still loose. Kate Christian has it. Another two-point attempt, won't go. Finally delivering is Kurt Leap on the stick back. After about 7 chances. Down to 2 and 1. Off-balance shot at the horn, won't go for Detroit dePorres. It's a final score, game 2 of the C semis here in 1998. Detroit St. Martin dePorres 65, Kalamazoo Christian 57. This is the MHSAA Championship Network on WVFN.
Can you remember the times you couldn't wait for your coach to send you into the game? How excited you were, ready to answer the call. You can do it all over again today and help kids in your community in the process by becoming a school coach or registered game official. To answer the call, contact the local school athletic administrator or the Michigan High School Athletic Association in East Lansing. This has been a public service message from the MHSAA and this station.
This is Grant Hill, the Detroit Pistons. Always remember the score of any athletic event is usually forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators are remembered. Think of how history will remember you and choose the side of good sportsmanship the next time you attend a high school sporting event. The Detroit Pistons and your high school remind you that good sports are winners.
This message brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and this station.
Catch all the highlights of today's MHSAA Boys Basketball Finals.